Okay, Coach Paul here. It's June the 2nd, 2020. That little musical interlude was Mozart's famous Piano Concerto number 20, speaking of 2020. Very fantastic piece of music. Even if classical music ain't your thing, you might look at it. It's got a really zippy last movement. Okay, so we are here, and as usual, we're going to begin by stretching. So let's reach up and maybe bounce on our toes. And roll the shoulders back and forward. And again, as we practiced last week, you didn't know how to do this already, did you practice it? So you can roll your hands in opposite directions and the other way. Anything that causes your brain to work a little bit is good for you. Somewhat harder, though not particularly good for fencing or anything, is this little exercise of doing it with just your hands. See if you can do that. The reason I bring that up is just a learning principle. Anything can be learned if you do it in small enough chunks and you do it enough times. So whether you're good at math or not so good at spelling or whatever, you can learn it if you break it down into chunks and repeat it enough times. All right, so we roll our shoulders back. We're going to go with the old-fashioned waist around the world, I think we used to call this back when I was a kid. Doesn't really do a whole lot, but it does make you mindful of your core strength. All right, and then we'll do a little bit of resistance exercise. Push and resist with your hand. And this side. And back. And forward. And pull and resist this way. And you push in what some people call a prayerful attitude. Good. Now let's get down on guard and make a medium-sized lunge, and we'll stretch that a little bit. Push down this rear hip. Keep your front knee over your ankle. Not over your toe, over your ankle. Now pivot that, reverse it, and stretch this way. Push down a little bit. And back to the original. Let's go a little lower, but still, you go lower by opening the distance between your feet. Make sure your knee is still above your ankle or your heel. And push down, go a little lower. And pivot, keeping your shoulders above your hips. And go down a little lower to stretch that. And pivot back. Let's put our hands on the ground. Put your front shoulder next to your front knee. Really push down with your hips so you feel the stretch. And pivot that, same thing. Your other shoulder next to your other knee. As low as you can go. And let's bring our feet to about a shoulder's width. Hang for a moment. You put your hands on the backs of your thighs and feel that muscle. You can even give it a little massage if need be, just to keep it loose. It's a very important muscle in fencing, the hamstring. Good. And we'll do some squat jumps. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We'll do 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. When you do these, and I would really encourage you, do them 2-3 times a day. They take literally maybe 15 seconds. When you do them though, if you're in a room that has a high enough ceiling or you're outside, you really want to explode with your feet. So you get the reinforcement that you want when you're lunging, when you're exploding. I can't really explode here because I'll hit my noggin on the ceiling. So let's review the on-guard fundamentals. Your feet are at right angles. Let me tell you something. When I was 12 and started fencing in Texas, my French military coach taught me from the very beginning. He said, stand like this, it's called rassemblement, and he made us put our hands on our hips and bend our legs and step out, and this was the on-guard position. There were 5 steps to it. Nowadays, most people, myself included, just get you on guard, but there's an old-fashioned aspect to that. So you're here, your heels are touching, your front heel is in front of your rear heel, of course. If you had a dotted line, where you hung a weight from either shoulder, That's the distance you want. Perhaps a little more than just the shoulder's width, but not too much more. Your front ankle is over your, I misspoke. Your front knee is over your ankle, gave that away, and your rear knee is over your toe. All right, so this is the on guard. Of course, a lot of you know this already, but it doesn't hurt to review. And again, the advance is a step with the front and a snap with the rear. By snap, I mean this, as opposed to a drag, which looks like this. Like the evil scientist's assistant in those old movies where he's always coming around like this and dragging his foot. You want a snappy foot like a dancer. So you're down nice and low, legs well bent, and you advance. It's a step and a snap. Do it with me. You don't need a target for this. You can just watch. Ready? Go. Step, snap. Step, snap. Step, snap. Step, snap. Step, snap. And retreat's the same thing in reverse. Remember, when you retreat, your rear foot goes first. Whichever direction you're going, that foot moves first. Retreat, step, snap. Step, snap. Step, snap. Step, snap. Step, snap. Advance. Step, snap. Step, snap. Step, snap. Step, snap. Step, snap. And retreat. Step, snap. Step, snap. Step, snap. Step, snap. Step, snap. All right? We do 4 advances, 4 retreats. And you don't need to hurry for this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The key part here is this part of your body, your torso, should not move. It should not look like this. This is completely still, and you just move your feet. Let your ankles do the work. 4 forward, 4 back. 4 advances, 4 retreats. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you're learning something, it's often good to exaggerate and go beyond and then bring yourself back. So let's go way down like this. Exaggerate.